Hello, everybody. My name is Carissa Cowan, and I am an upper elementary teacher, and I am so excited to share some of the strategies that I use at the beginning of the year and some things that are really important to me as I kick off writing in my classroom. So the first thing I want to share with you is how and what do I prioritize in the first couple weeks of school. We know that there is so much going on those first couple weeks, and I really want to be intentional from day one about what writing looks like in my classroom. So number one, we write every single day, and we start that on the first day of school because it is so important to build that routine and the expectation. And I promise you, if you don't write a day, your kids will let you know. The second thing that I think is really important to prioritize is creating a culture of writers where their stamina is built over time. And so starting out, we do short bursts of writing, and we write for about 10 minutes. And our goal is over time to build our stamina. In an upper level classroom, my goal is ultimately that my students are able to write for 30 to 40 minutes. And it takes us a couple weeks to get here. And so I think it's really important for us as educators to build that and to give our students opportunities to grow in their writing. And so a lot of times I'll even do a catch and release style. We'll write for 10, then we'll come together and we'll talk and we'll share, and then we'll go back and write for 10 more. The next thing that I really prioritize in those earliest weeks is that community of learners. And it is so important for my students to realize that we are a team, we're better together, and synergy is how we learn and grow the most. And so we do a lot of sharing and a lot of coming together and talking about ideas, talking about strategies, and giving feedback and encouraging one another in our writing. The next thing that is incredibly important in those earliest weeks is I personally want to learn who my students are. I want to learn who they are as writers and what drives them, what are their passions. And so I start conferring with them as soon as possible because I want to find out what they're passionate about, how they feel about writing, what kind of writer they are, and what their opinions are about writing. And then the last thing I really prioritize is we want to build a mindset that is strong about writing. And I'll talk about this in a little bit as well, but we want to learn how to overcome our challenges, how to stay focused. What do we do if we get writer's block? How do we stay on task? And how do we overcome some of those obstacles that we might encounter in writing?